Alright, hello again. This is Jeff Scott, your instructor for the online version of 152, 157, Website Development, XHTML, CSS for the fall 2015 semester at Blackhawk Technical College. I'm going to go over the homework for Chapter 8 right now, the tables chapter, but before I do, I wanted to show you one thing. This was something that I found on Wikipedia, and it's got a listing of all of the Republican candidates, and as you'd guess, if I come in here and change this Republican Party to Democratic Party, it'll show me all the Democratic ones. Now, that's not really important one way or the other, but notice if I do a view page source, and I come down, now this is much more complex, of course, than what we just created, but when you work your way down, you see, lo and behold, there is a table down here. Alright, so you would be able to at least take a look at what's in there, and I'm not saying you'd understand every bit of it. There's a lot of stuff in there we not only have not talked about, but we don't talk about in this class. But you could at least, I mean, I could have come in here if I wanted to in the example that I gave you. All right, we could have actually come in here and we could have put pictures, and there just isn't room for that. All right, so that's why the pictures are here. Okay. All right. So that said, let's jump back in and take a look at what we are doing for the homework for Chapter 8. Alright, so again, as always, create a new folder, modify the style sheet to configure style rules for the new table, modify the listings as shown on figures 816. Well, notice there's a table and there's a table. Alright, so I do have somewhere in here, might be in my other browser. I want to change this for a second here to Chapter 7. Alright, so this was the last chapter we did, and when you go to listings, you see what it looks like here. 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, etc. So you can see all that stuff. Now in Chapter 8, we're changing that to put that information into a table. Again, don't look at it, well, look better the other way. No, we're just trying to implement all the different stuff that we've talked about in the chapter. All right, again, that's the idea behind the book. I'm not saying you're always going to agree with all of the information that's in there, or you're not going to agree with it. All right, so make those changes, create a folder, configure the CSS. As always, these are your requirements. Alright, so you follow that information. There's not really a lot, there's just 3 tasks. Okay? So that's really all you have to do. Very short, very sweet little lecture here.